Afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today, our beautiful guest meditator is Holly Erin Copeland. Holly, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you, Ruth. I'm delighted to be here with you and everybody watching.
Well, today's meditation is about awareness in particular. And Holly, I can't wait for you to start. So just whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you, Ruth. Well, what's really present for me today is pain, because I was with my mom just earlier. She woke up in a lot of back pain. And so I spent the last hour doing Reiki and sound healing and working with her on that. And what was really coming through in my work with her was coming back to your own song and finding your own song. And that we can get really lost in the woods of life. And it's like we're singing somebody else's song. And Ruth, you and I were talking about this, like finding your own, true knowing your own soul being, which to me is another way of saying finding your song energetically, right? And I was really feeling for her in the work that we were doing, that it was just this simple coming back to her own song. And so I'm just going to invite all of you to feel that today. In the words of my meditations, we're going to work with that energy, with your song. And I'm going to start with just coming in together on a little sound healing. So these are A and G tuning forks. They balance the left and right hemispheres. So I'm going to hold them here, and I'm going to put the hologram of everybody watching in front of me. And you can just close your eyes as I use these forks to balance your right and left hemispheres. So that's how we're going to start. Okay. So you can close your eyes and just listen and feel. Just going to do this. You might just breathe down into your belly. And letting the energy wash down through your root chakra down into the earth. So allow anything that's not serving you to just wash down and be composted in the earth. Remembering that you are energy made of energy. Everything is energy. Or as Max Planck says, everything jiggles, the famous physicist. So okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tuning fork to do a little bit of heart opening. So I'm going to hold this fork. This is a weighted fork. You won't hear very much, but I'm going to open the heart of the group. So again, just focus your awareness down in your heart space. So it feels like, feel your heart from within your heart. And I'm just going to gently open that space. Any tension that you feel, just allow it to just be aware and allow it to just move through you however it wants to, not needing to control or direct. Just want you to allow what's there to move through you. But you can really trust the body, that the body has its own intelligence and wisdom. And even if you're in a lot of pain and it feels unnatural to trust, just for this time together, see what happens if you just feel and allow. The body is always moving you towards your song, towards your alignment. Naturally, that's the healing process. And in this way, we can even see pain that we feel as our teacher that's just pointing out our way to returning back to your song. Beautiful. We're continuing to open the heart here. And just continue to allow. Okay. Right, so with our hearts opened and our left and right, yin and yang balanced, I'm going to read a passage from the Upanishad. You can just keep your eyes gently closed and just allow the sound and the words to just resonate, move through your body. The wise realizing through meditation the timeless self beyond all perception, hidden in the cave of the heart, leave pain and pleasure far behind. Those who know they are neither body nor mind, but the immemorial self, the divine principle of existence, find the source of all joy and live in joy abiding. And so just notice now as we return to awareness, we return to the most essential knowing of your own being. Notice that before you do anything, you are aware. So we will wind and trace our way back to this essential knowing. And it's just right here, right now. Not anything complicated. In fact, it's often called, it's hidden in plain view. This awareness that you really are. And notice it for yourself. So we'll start to look at the qualities of awareness. And the reality of life is that sounds, all kinds of sounds, come into our awareness, like a car horn or a lawnmower. Notice that awareness is that which is aware of all this sound. So sound is arising to something, and this something, which is really nothing, it's not an object, it's not something we can touch, It's like the canvas or the screen upon which life is playing out. And we want to look at this screen more closely. So see for yourself if you can find an edge to the screen. Can you find an edge to awareness? And we can do this really simply by just let's take our awareness and go up above your head into space and just notice, can you find a place where awareness ends? Can you literally find an edge above your head into space? So feeling the space above your head and taking your awareness out into space. If you think you've found an edge, just pour more space into it. Let space open up into space. Until you know for sure for yourself that you cannot find an edge. So this is your own knowing. This isn't an idea that somebody's given you. This isn't something you read about in a book. And this is the essential, this is what's so essential about meditation, is that we're discovering this for ourselves. So I want you to discover for yourself, no, I can't find an edge. And then let's go down below our feet, go down into the earth, taking your awareness down, down, down. And see if you can find an edge. If you think you found one, pour space into it. Let space open up into space. And then go right out to the right, pouring space into space. Go left out to the left, pouring space into space. Go to the front. Take your awareness out in front of you, pouring space into space. And then lastly, feel the space behind your back. And pour space into space. So your own knowing is you're in limitless, boundless space that has no edges and no boundaries. And then turn your awareness back to your body and see if for yourself you can feel this sense of no inside and no outside. Like you can't find an edge, a place where your body ends and space outside begins. And rather, there's just awareness. And knowing for yourself the boundless, limitless quality of awareness, which is you. Notice if awareness comes or goes in time. So you might ask yourself, has awareness ever not been here? Or in fact, has it felt that even when you were a little child, a little girl or boy, that this same awareness was here the entire time? And that life is arising to it. Thoughts come and go, tastes, sensations, sounds, all of these things that are like appearances in you. But nothing that's ever happened to you actually stays. Awareness is the constant in all the movement of life appearing. See if you can feel it's like a new view or a new way of perceiving the world. That this timeless awareness is like a canvas, like water that's written upon, like writing on water. Everything appears and then disappears. And you, awareness, are the one stable ground. And again, this isn't something I'm telling you. This is your experience. See if you can feel this for yourself, like life is writing on water, or like a screen where the movie appears, but the screen stays the same, it's stable. And in this way, it's as though nothing that's happened can alter or change the screen. The movie can't hurt the screen that it's playing upon. The clouds of life can't hurt the sky. So even though your physical body might be in pain, that the awareness itself is not in pain. You, awareness, are whole. You, awareness, do not need to be fixed or changed in any way. You are already whole. You are already perfect. And that is the truth of what you really are. And sitting in the truth of you, the truth of your wholeness and perfection, you have this infinite capacity to be with whatever is arising in awareness. So from this view, you notice that a body is arising in awareness. And sounds, sound of my voice, and so let's practice just allowing things to be as they are, with this new capacity, this new recognition of the truth of you as awareness. This means that if you feel discomfort somewhere in your body, cultivate a loving sense, like a compassionate mother coming to a child. And just allowing that vibration in you to just be held in awareness. It's continuing to allow that you are never separate from this knowing. And in fact, you are never separate from anything. Because everything that's happening is arising in you, as you. Or if a question or a doubt, a judging mind arises, it's an idea arising in awareness, like a cloud. Am I okay? Will I be okay? Or like clouds arising. Come back to the knowing of you, infinite, timeless being. It actually is okay with everything that's happening. Awareness doesn't judge. Awareness isn't pushing anything away. It's simply allowing things to be as they are. Another word that we might call something that is infinite and timeless and unconditionally allowing whatever is happening. Another word for this, some might say, is God. Or spirit or source that is arising in you as you. That you are that. It's your natural being, your natural state. It's so close that we keep looking for something else, and it's right here. It's what we are. We are already that. So don't miss it this time. And notice what the body, the physical body, does in the presence of this spacious knowing. Because if we really are that, if we really take ourselves to be infinite and boundless and unconditionally loving, there is nothing to fear. We cannot disappear. We cannot fail. Everything is already okay. Everything is going to be okay. No matter how it appears in the outside world. So allow this knowing, this new knowing of your own wholeness and this sense of okayness, that things really are okay, to inform all the cells in your body. Like a light, a torch that's passed from one cell to the next at the speed of awareness. So in a flash, every cell has this knowing of your own divinity. Right here, right now, everything is arising as light and love. That's what's true. Even every thought arises as light and love. Right? Source, God, divine doesn't make some bad and some good. It's the duality, the illusion. So whatever arises, know it's okay. See any pain that arises simply as a pointing back to the truth of you as divine, as source, as God. Whatever word is your word, see it as that. And staying grounded and centered in your heart, this heart awareness. Gently open your eyes with your awareness centered in your heart. So it's as though you're looking out at the world through the eyes of your heart. And see what you notice if there isn't a kind of softness when you view the world through the eyes of your heart. There isn't just one way to view the world. There's so many ways, and this way I just love. Let's stay centered in the love that we are. And what would it be like to walk through your day centered in the eyes of the heart? How would the world change if we all greeted each other through the eyes of our heart? Love meeting love, source meeting source, kindness and compassion. Again, not an idea, not something somebody gave you, because you actually feel this to be true. You feel the difference for yourself. And so you follow that heart knowing. I wish all of you so much love and so many blessings. And thank you so much for being here for this meditation today, and just knowing that every interaction, you really can bring this heart knowing like a gift to the next person that you meet. You can pass it on. And because this is the truth of what we are, it, it's like a it's like a light that you pass, a recognition that you remind each person that you meet. And yeah, we can all change the world this way, one person at a time. Mhm.
Holly, that was beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. This meditation to me is a real keeper
Mhm.
because I think when we get really caught up in the 3D, it is so hard to remember, oh, wait a minute, I don't have to buy into all of this. I don't have to emotionally get caught up in every single thing that's happening around me or on TV. And this meditation is the perfect way to just help remove yourself, and you can become that witness participant. You don't have to be the full participant, you can just sort of be the witness
Right.
participant. So this is beautiful. You are such a master teacher.
Mm.
Holly, can you share with us what all you are doing? What all are you putting out into the world right now?
Yeah. Thank you, Ruth. And I just want to add on to that, that the phrase that came to me was, Christ's in the world, but not of it. And when we're lost in the 3D world, we're feeling of it. And then we're in the woods, we're in the woods. And when we're in the world, but we maintain that sense of that witness or awareness presence, then we come back to that all powerful, the empowered self, the true self. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for asking. So I am doing a number of things. I have on my website, Heart Mind Alchemy. You can see ways to work with me as a coach. I offer packages of 10 sessions where I work with people through meditation, and really this path to knowing your true self through awareness practices, and working with people one-on-one on how to really make this a lived experience. So you really are living that truth. And we work together very closely. And I love doing that one-on-one work. And then I offer sound healing, personal biofield tuning sessions, and breath work to accompany that. So I have a program I call Awaken, Heal, Breathe. That we do those 3 modalities, because what I have found is that the meditations are transformative and they transform my life, but the embodied self also carries a lot of dissonant vibration that kind of keeps pulling us back into the pain story. And so the sound healing work and the breath work helps work on the physical plane to transmute all of that back into your song, your resonant vibration, the healed self, the physical body. And so I do that work. I also offer individual biofield tuning sessions, if people just want to, give it a try, and then, work on a one-on-one basis, one-to-one basis. I do that as well. And I'm doing a podcast I call Awaken, Heal, Breathe with Stephen Altair. And so you can find that on Apple Podcasts. And we're working through the meditation portion, awareness portion now, and then the future episodes are sound healing and breath work, and we'll be talking about all of those modalities and why they're so transformative.
And that's available on Apple?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay.
And yeah, the other platforms, yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, Stephen is one of our favorites here at Enlightened World as well. So you would absolutely be in good hands if you checked out Holly and Stephen's show. That's awesome. Holly, this is beautiful. We do have several EWN family members that are dealing with pain management and cancer. So I'm absolutely going to be sending this to them, and I hope they will reach out to you all. Holly, if folks want to find you, how do they connect with you?
The best place is heartmindalchemy.com, my website, and you can also just email me at holly@heartmindalchemy.com. Or sorry, no, yeah, is that what it is? I think. Like, wait a minute, yeah, Holly at Heartmind Alchemy.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
So, friends, thank you so much for joining us today. Holly, this was beautiful. Friends, if you want to flag this for yourself to watch it again and again, just simply send it to yourself on Facebook. Share it on your page. You can always go back and find it there. So, Holly, blessings and love to you and the company you keep. I know who they are. And friends here at Enlightened World Network, take good care. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.